Be interesting to see if that numerical advantage in midfield for Canberra, Croatia causes any issues for the 4-4-2 that Stuart Montgomery has put out for Mount Druitt Town.
There's Atia Waraga. As I mentioned, just 3 games in first grade for Canberra, Croatia. Scored in his maiden start last week. All set to go here at Popondetta Park. Sit back and enjoy this one, team. It will be the visitors travelling from left to right in their traditional red, white and blue. And Druitt in their green and gold. Snapping it through midfield. Early shout for a free kick and awarded. A chance for both sides to settle in. Form lines haven't been great for both sides. Now Druitt just 1 point in their past 8 games. And now facing a relegation scrap in the New South Wales NPL. While for Canberra, Croatia, they currently sit 6th out of 8. And they've gone win, draw, loss, win, draw out of their last 5 or so. As we look at beautiful ball over the top, just a little bit too long for Solomon John Monaghan Vaika. One of only 2 players in this Rangers squad to survive the last couple of cup matches for Mount Druitt. He was there in 2019 and 2021.
I think you'll find too, Robbie, tonight that the pitch does play a part. If they can get the ball.
Chance here for Waraga, but that one just a little bit too long as well. And you can see just then on that pass, there's a little bit of a bobble, especially through the middle of the pitch, right from end to end.
Yeah, it certainly will test the technique of these players, particularly in the middle of the park. The wider area is not so bad. Jackson Bandiera, you could see trying to take advantage of the wide areas. His overhit pass from Mount Druitt early on. But you don't want to be taking too many risks in the middle of the park, particularly in the defensive areas.
Beautiful conditions here in Edmonton tonight. Not a cloud in the sky throughout the day here in Sydney. Temperature did drop a few degrees, as it generally does out in the west here. Otherwise, a perfect night for football. Monaghan Waker battling again in midfield, and Canberra, Croatia just looking to get their foot on the ball. Touch here for Sam Brown. Long-serving Croatia keeper on his 9th season as the number 1. There's John Lamb with the throw. Looking for Waraga. Opening couple of minutes, they've certainly tried to get the youngster involved as much as they can. And there's his 2nd start for this first grade side. Looking for the switcher play. And it's brought down beautifully. Could be a chance on the edge of the box. First shot in anger. But Niski gets down well. Good little warning shot fired by Canberra, Croatia.
That was a wonderful opportunity for Canberra, wasn't it? Fashioned by Solomon John Monaghan Vaika. He took the ball, which had some power behind it, on his chest brilliantly and used his body to protect himself, create the space for what turned into half a shot. He'd be disappointed he didn't get more purchase on it. There you see there, that first touch off his chest and the second as well. Great strength by the wide man for Canberra.
Ahmed Shaibu operating the left side of a front 3 for Croatia. Looking to come out his way again. Some of the box over to the far side. Here's Lamb. Down on the byline. Comes back for Greco. The Argentine import. One of the smaller players operating in the NPL. Probably one of the smallest in NPL across Australia. Free kick for Canberra, Croatia. Now, coming into this season has 2 goals. And believe it or not, Mossy, both of them are off headers.
Remarkable. You just see again there, Ahmed Shobu using his body well, drawing the foul. He knows what's coming. He takes the contact, wins his team a foul in a good area. Gives Canberra the opportunity to swing the ball into the danger area.
So free kick here for the visitors. Doesn't get past the 18-yard line. And that's cleared by Esposito. Bit of a missed touch from Ahmed Shaibu and a chance for the Rangers to clear. And it's knotted out by Colbertaldo, excuse me, for Mount Druitt throw-in. It was a focus for Stuart Montgomery through the week at training, just looking for a bit more on attack. A little flick on. And that'll be a free kick. Big body contact there. It was Monahan Vaika coming through. And he stayed down, so he might have come off second best here.
Yeah, that was an awkward one. Ball played forward by Tarek Elrich. You can see the flick on there. And the ball just bounces at an awkward height. Both players going in for the contest. Does look like Monahan Vaiki has come out second best. Here we see the contact again. It just looks like Monahan Vaiki has collected the hip of his opponent. Looks like he's back on his feet now.
Referee having a look at Yarm here. Perhaps of Monahan Vaika. For some reason, he's just grimacing a little bit there. Might need a moment just to compose himself. Yellow card for Daniel Sparrow. Free kick for the Rangers. Confident call by Brown. Didn't quite get the hands on that one properly, and that one had to be rushed clear. Good ball into the box.
Fantastic ball into the box by Katara Katsuta. Just lifted it, drove it into a decent area. And allowed his attacking players to attack the ball. Sam Brown less than convincing under it.
So throw in for the Rangers. Ahmed Shaibu working back hard to win possession. Big tackle coming in. Ahmed Shaibu has stayed down. Jared Massarola went 10 feet first. It's a stern talking to by the referee.
Well, Massarola had 2 bites at the cherry there. The first one he missed, the second one he got plenty of the play. You can see there that's very risky to go in with both feet raised off the ground. This is what the Bobley pitch does in the middle. It turns it into a touch tackle situation on more occasions than not.
This play to create a bit of space for Lamb to operate down this near side touchline. Greco. Good switch of play. Oh, and that's a late challenge. That's certainly going to get the interest of the referee. Marco Gaia charging forward, and another yellow card has been produced.
Daniel Diaz just getting his timing all wrong there in what is going to be a very, very dangerous area. And now Druitt Town to defend. You can see a few tackles just flying in. And we see a driving run. And Diaz just gets his timing all wrong.
So we'll present a free kick. A very nice position if you're a Canberra, Croatia fan.
You have to say so far, Robbie, from their respective possessions, it's Canberra that's probably settled the quickest. That's a really driving run by Marco Gaia that drew that foul. And will please his standing coach tonight, Andy Rakic, no doubt. Let's hope his ankle's okay from that knock.
Looks like it'll be Daniel Colbertaldo. He'll step up. From about 25 yards out. First real chance on goal here, straight into the wall. First time shot back in, and that's cleared by Elrich. Disappointing return from what was a very promising position.
It didn't live up to its billing, that free kick. It was in a great position for Colbertaldo. Just, you've got to beat the wall in that situation, at least test the goalkeeper, or give your far post runners something to run at.
As the Rangers look to hit on the counter-attack with a bit of speed. Cross is blocked. It's a little bit messy, but Croatia can clear their lines. And that's certainly something, as I mentioned a short time ago, that Stuart Montgomery was working on through the week, was a little bit more in attack. A couple of key returns. Key players coming back in Anthony Frangi. Had been creating enough chances in the NPL, just not able to finish them.
Defender Jackson Bandiera. Had some time with Jackson at Sydney FC. He's certainly got engines, he's got pace. All the attributes to be a very good wide player.
Another throw for Croatia. Lamb just working the angles nicely. Create a bit of space for the cross. Here's Frangi working back and doing very well to get around a couple of Canberra Croatia players, releasing Katsuta. The run coming forward from Nesharola. Katsuta looks back. The Rangers look to build again. Cross comes into the penalty spot. Brown does well, gets a good fist on it.
He did very well there, Brown, under huge pressure. Good delivery. Certainly made amends for that first ball into the box that he spilled from the free kick earlier.
Here's Elrich. That one certainly took a bobble just before he hit it.
Come on, you're not going to give him that get out of jail free card, are you? Of course, Tarek Elrich, one of our valued colleagues.
We'll try and be gentle. Rangers throw in. Bandiera back for Elrich. Nice use of width for Davies. Medshaibu looking for the early release. Gives possession straight back though.
That's disappointing from Shaibu in the end. A very, very good advantage played by our referee Sam Kelly. Give credit where it's due for our officials.
Djordjevic looks for Monahan Vaika. Possession turned over again. Here's the teenager, Waraga. Battles past one. Gets the head up, looking for options. And straight into Bandiera.
That's well played, Bandiera again. Playing his team out of trouble, staying cool, calm, collected. Exactly what you want from your defenders.
No foul given, so she looked to flood forward. Lovely first time ball out wide to the left. Back nicely by Masharola. Both sides seem to have settled quite nicely inside this first quarter of an hour.
Yeah, they certainly have, Robbie, and the players in the middle of the park dealing with the bobbly conditions quite well. Canberra certainly moving the ball from side to side a little bit better. As Mount Druitt Town are going forward in a more direct fashion.
Subasic is forward, but that's cut out by Niko Djordjevic. Nicely done for Bandiera. In space now. Frangie moves into the centre. Cross low, cut out on the edge of the 18-yard line. Greco finds Waraga. Early ball forward, looking for Ahmed Shaibu. There's an awkward touch. Dealt with very well in the end.
Well, it had to be, didn't it? It was very good vision from the young Waraga. He saw the run through the middle with his teammate, Ahmed Shaibu. He wasn't far off putting him in goal.
And Vaker, heavy first touch, operating in very close quarters. Bandiera wins it back. Frangie, early ball over the top for Katsuta. Can he get the shot away? Cover defence comes across.
Well, we've seen a couple of examples of exactly why Stuart Montgomery has rushed Anthony Frangie back into this team tonight. Absolutely brilliant ball over the top for his strike partner, Katsuta. As you can see there, perfectly weighted. Katsuta just waited for it to come down instead of getting his body in between the defender and the ball, and the chance was gone.
It's Daniel Sparrow, recipient of the first yellow card of the night, who came across. Corner for Mount Druitt, goes to the near post, flicked back, ball bouncing, awkward for Frangie. Never quite got over the top of that, and that's easy for goalkeeper Sam Brown. Working their way forward now, Canberra, Croatia. Nice switch of play for Jordan Land. Not quite on the same page as Waraga. Henry Davies. Niko Djordjevic. Now, Jackson Bandiera. Early ball forward again for Katsuta. Can he get it under control? Leaves it for Frangie. He gets the shot away. And that was not far off the target.
Fantastic ball, Jackson Bandiera into the feet, or the backside, if you like, of Katsuta, who inadvertently, I think, brought it down perfectly into the path of Frangie. Didn't he get some behind it? There's the ball forward. There's the control and the touch off for Frangie. Boy, he got some gunpowder behind that one. Just couldn't keep it down. He'll be disappointed, Frangie.
Well, Brown looked comfortable in goal. It was not far off that crossbar. Might not have meant it, but the touch off the backside of Katsuta.
Well, he'll be claiming the second touch, won't he? Because he brought it under with his backside and then laid it off with his foot. I think Frangie will be disappointed he didn't get that on target. At least force a save from Sam Brown.
Ahmed Shaibu, meantime, for Canberra, Croatia. Awkward for Davies to deal with. He's done well. And then Druitt can work out of the defensive third. Someone coming off, well, a lack of football for 10 weeks at first grade level. Anthony Frangi has slotted right back in beautifully.
Yeah, he certainly has. We look like we have a problem in midfield. Looks like it's Monahan Vaika. Just wondering, just copped a knock there. You just wonder if it has something to do with that earlier collision he had as well. There it is there. No, he just gets his foot caught in the ground as the tackle comes in. They can be quite painful.
Certainly been in the wars early on here. Solomon John Monahan Vaika. Minutes gone. Still scoreless here at Popondetta Park. Monahan Vaika, 24-year-old, as I mentioned, played in Rangers' 2 previous cup games against Manly United in 2019 and a couple of years ago against the Wollongong Wolves.
Certainly an arm wrestle the first 20-odd minutes, Robbie. You'd probably say on chances created, they both had one good chance each. Ahmed Shaibu with that one off his chest that he didn't quite connect with, and then of course the one we've just seen from Mount Druitt Town with Frangi just not getting his head over the ball. The ball sat beautifully for him.
Monahan Vaika back up on his feet, but being helped off by that man Anthony Frangi. Take a look at that first foul. Just copped it on the side of the head, on the left side anyway. So he has copped a couple of big knocks in this first half.
Well, he knows he's in a cup game, doesn't he?
Absolutely. Back underway. Croatian possession. Marko Gaia. Daniel Subasic. Just probing, looking for any kind of opening. And it's left a little short. Suda can't quite reel it in. Kia. Now Dominici. Just really looking to press whenever Canberra, Croatia have possession, especially inside their half. He's quite happy to let them play across the back 4 on halfway. As soon as that ball crosses paint, they're right on whoever has the touch. There's Ahmed Shaibu. Get through his man, so he has a second crack. Done well to retain possession. Gaia looks forward. Ahmed Shaibu lets that one run. Davies is there to clear.
Good to see Solomon John Monahan Vaiki back on the pitch. Seems to have shook off that knock.
Here's Bandiera in a bit of space. Got the head up straight away, looking for an outlet. Deep into the attacking third, Bandiera cuts back. He just left himself a little bit too much work to do in the end.
Yeah, good defending from Jordan Lamb as well. He stuck to his task, kept a cool head, defended the situation well.
A switch of play from Greco. Nietzsche on the ball now. Looking for the run of Ahmed Shaibu. Gets the shot away at the near post. Just didn't quite have the body position right to get the strike on. That one's wide of the target.
Well, put simply, he's got to do better there. Shaibu, Ahmed Shaibu, he made a brilliant run in behind, perfectly found in behind by his strike partner Stephen Dominici. You've got to find the target from that situation. Although it's at an angle, you've still got to test the goalkeeper.
Katsuda's won possession back nicely. Well-timed tackle there. Just picked the pocket. Djordjevic. Now ball over the top for Bandiera. A little bit heavy on that second touch. Croatia clear their lines. Djordjevic sends it back into the mix-up. Frangi with the flick on. Can't find anyone coming through. Croatia look to counter. Flooding numbers forward. Rangers racing back in defence. Baraga, second touch a little bit too heavy.
Yeah, he just got a little bit excited there. Tarek Elrich using all his experience to be well positioned. Keep a calm head as you expect. With just a few signs, Robbie, the game's starting to open up a little. A bit of end-to-end, which we love to see.
Here's Katsuda. A lot on that pass for Monahan Vaika. Rangers still with possession. Frangi finds Vaika again. The defence is there. They're looking very dangerous in that attacking third, are the Rangers.
They certainly are, and everything's coming through Frangi. Every time he touches the ball, he's within the vicinity of the ball. Looks as though something's going to happen for Mount Druitt Town, and Bandiera having a very good game down this left-hand side as well.
Sharola. Cross is deflected and Brown's there. Yeah, you just get the feeling. Frangi's that kind of player. Anything can happen, and there's a quite audible and visible. Everyone sort of gets on the edge of their seats whenever Anthony Frangi gets possession.
Well, his vision and his technique brings other players into the game, and you just wonder how important tonight's game will be for Frangi and the rest of this season for Mount Druitt Town. In the situation in the league, they can ill afford to have someone of his quality out.
They've got 4 games remaining in the NPL. Starting on Tuesday, they're away to Sutherland Sharks. But with their position in the ladder, the NPL New South Wales is sitting second bottom. It means it'll be a relegation playoff if they remain there against second-ranked side in League One, which at the moment is Bonnyrigg. So we certainly know what's at stake, both tonight and in the remaining games of the league season. Of course, they got promoted from League One back in 2018. In the NPL 2 Premiership, it was known. Rangers on the attack once more. Nasharola, just a little bit too much on that pass forward.
Yeah, the execution of the final ball wasn't good, but that's better from Mount Druitt Town. If you're going to move the ball through the middle of the park, you need to be playing the way you face. You haven't got time when it's bobbly to take 2 and 3 touches to get the ball under control and then get your head up.
Free kick, Mount Druitt. Croatia protesting their innocence there. Certainly looked like a foul.
You can see the foul. Greco, the culprit on that occasion. He's got too much that he can argue.
Bandiera with the left foot and the free kick. Deflection off the defender's head on the way through, and Brown came out confidently. Yet to be tested tonight, Sam Brown really. Saw a Anthony Frangi shot fizz over that crossbar. Rangers haven't quite tested him as yet, as Ahmed Shaibu. Looks like he's swapped wings with Atia Waraga. Coming through, Katsuda. Again, well-timed toe to win possession back for Mount Druitt. Now Elrich. One-on-one with Waraga there, and talked him up before, so this may or may not be a clip. Just doing some quick maths. There's 20 years difference between Tarek Elrich and Atia Waraga. Frenji, edge of the box, gets the shot away. Brown was interested that time, just to the left of the post.
He's huffing and he's puffing, isn't he? Anthony Frenji for the home team. Once again, he gets the ball in that attacking third and he makes something happen. Held off a couple of defenders, created the half a yard for himself, had the momentum, had the goalkeeper going one way, tried to go the other. Just not quite got the radar on yet.
Waraga, lovely one touch back for Gaia. Plenty of yellow and green in the box. Cross wasn't far away from Ahmed Shaibu. Possible high boot there coming in from Daniel Diaz. There'll be a free kick for Canberra, Croatia. Similar position to a few minutes ago. And they'll be hoping for a slightly better outcome than last time.
There's the foul again. Yeah, high foot there. From Daniel Diaz, as you called, Robbie. He's in a dangerous position. Canberra United just tried to go, Croatia I should say, just tried to go short quickly then. Referee Sam Kelly brought them back, and it might have done them a favour, I think, because this is in a dangerous area if they execute well.
Greco standing over this one alongside Sparrow. Shot on target, saved by Niski, comes back in. And Niski got a hand to that on the follow-up, so it'll be a corner to Canberra, Croatia.
We haven't seen much of Dylan Niski, but when he's been called upon, that is a fantastic double save. Very smart down to his right-hand side. With a big, strong hand on 2 occasions. First real questions asked of him, he's answered them well. Here's a replay of the free kick. Just going for that low and hard near post.
Corner was swung in, nodded behind, so it'll be take 2 on the corner for Croatia. Dylan Niski, NPL champion with Blacktown last year, made the move out west. Certainly been put under a lot of pressure this season. And there'll be another corner. Just defender didn't quite know a lot about that. Luckily, didn't go in the back of the net.
It's good sustained pressure here from Canberra. Can they capitalise?
Cole Bataldo for the 3rd time. Can't get past the first defender at the near post. Gaia swings it back in. It's low, it's awkward, looking for Waraga. Shot comes in, and it's comfortable enough for Dylan Niski. Good little period of pressure from Canberra, Croatia, last 5 minutes. Elrich for Bandiera. Now Davies. She's just happy to let Elrich bring it forward. Could be a chance here for Druitt. Croatia player goes flying and has stayed down. I think it might be Dan Sparrow. No foul called by referee Kelly.
Yeah, just an awkward collision. See him trying to shake off the pain. Sparrow, but that's better from Tarek Elrich, carrying the ball into midfield for the home side. Attracting the attention of a second defender, creating overloads, playing the ball wide.
Some lovely stuff played here by Croatia. One-touch play through the middle of the park. Sparrow just to have shaken off that knock. Geyer again, forward for Uraga. Couldn't quite get it under control. Close control from Frangi, not quite there, but wins the free kick. Looks like Calbataldo. And both players put their arms out at the referee when it was given. Free kick goes Mount Druitt.
Probably a good thing as well for Mount Druitt. As young Atia Waraga was on his own, he was on a run. Still had some defenders to beat, but he had some momentum. There's a foul again. Just let Mount Druitt Town off the hook. Screen on screen.
Cross from Bandiera to the back post. This could fall kindly. Shot! Goal! Solomon John Monaghan Vaker scores for the home side. An absolute bullet of a volley into the top corner. 1-0 to the Town Rangers.
Well, that man Monaghan Vaika has been in the wars tonight. This time he's won a war. Look at that delivery from Jackson Bandiera. Strange header, but it fell to him, and he took that first touch brilliantly on the chest, and then he's absolutely leathered the ball into the top far corner. Look at that for a first touch. Sets himself brilliantly. Reverse swing on the volley. Gave Sam Brown absolutely no chance. This is a great angle right there. Look at that. Rifled it into the back of the net. Fantastic finish. And there is the go-ahead goal for the home side.
He's got one goal in the NPL this season. A couple of weeks ago against Sydney Olympic. But that is certainly going to go on the reel for Solomon John Monaghan Vaker. Top Ben's finish. Could not have hit that any sweeter.
And what an outstanding name too for a footballer. Absolutely brilliant to put on the highlights reel, and he's shaken off a couple of knocks. Shown his mental resilience, strength to be in the right place at the right time and then execute with clinical brilliance.
While all that was going on, Marco Geyer was just getting a little bit of attention for Canberra, Croatia. Looks to be back up on his feet and heading to the sideline. But you have to say, Mossy, that was certainly well-deserved for a Mount Druitt side who, in the shape of things, have created the better chances so far tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't disagree with you, Robbie. They've worked hard to get themselves into good goal-scoring areas, created some chances, as of Canberra. I'd say the home side has had the better of the chances so far. That was just brilliantly executed, though.
And at the heart of that, the cross from Jackson Bandiera, as you mentioned during the replays. Crossing has been absolutely superb from Bandiera tonight. Left back for Mount Druitt.
He's certainly having a fantastic first half down this left-hand side, Bandiera. Canberra will be disappointed if I'm being a little bit critical. I'll be disappointed with the way they defended the cross, because they were first to the first ball, but then it fell just beautifully for Monaghan Vaika, who took it down so well on his chest.
Somehow found himself in acres of space inside the box. We'll certainly be looking that over at half-time, Canberra, Croatia, just how that could happen. Approaching the end of the first half. Home side, Mount Druitt lead by a goal to nil. Here's Nico Djordjevic. Diaz. Now for Davies. Esposito.
Amazing what a goal can do, Robbie. You can see the confidence in Mount Druitt Town now. Knocking the ball around, all of a sudden Canberra have gone into a deeper block defensively.
Djordjevic looks deep, a little bit too long. Brown handles that one comfortably enough. 5 minutes plus change remaining here in the first half. History beckoning for either side. Two teams have never made it past the round of 32 stage. And at the moment, it is the home side with the upper hand. Sparrow, back for Brown. Now Druitt just pushing a little bit higher now. Quite rightly, as you say, Mossy, the confidence well and truly up. Find themselves with an attacking throw-in. Match day one of the Australia Cup for 2023. I hope you're enjoying the coverage. Hope you got all your devices out. 4 games happening tonight. Canberra, Croatia come away with it. Gaia looking long for Waraga. Well marshalled by Davies. We've only seen a couple of glimpses of what Atia Waraga can do. And Druitt's certainly well aware of the danger that he poses. Here's Gaia. Early cross. Looking for Ahmed Shaibu, but Niski comes out confidently. A nice release for Bandiera. Head up straight away. Finds Katsuta. And that's cut out by Lamb.
Probably his only blemish of the first half. Bandiera just left that a little bit short for Katsuta. Made a good run into the wide channel.
Here's Bandiera on the right foot. Appeals for a free kick. Let go. Diaz goes down. Referee lets play continue. Eventually, the free kick is awarded in favour of Canberra, Croatia.
That's well played by Dominici. He's in a very tight area, under a lot of pressure. Used his technique to draw a foul. Just take the pressure valve, release that pressure valve a little bit for Canberra. You're right, as we head into half-time, 43 minutes gone. The home side's worked really hard for this lead. Well deserved. He had some good chances, and then of course the go-ahead goal will be on the highlights reel for some time of this wonderful Australia Cup competition, no doubt.
So throwing for Mount Druitt, right wing side. Ahmed Shaibu back over on that left wing. Switch of play for Waraga. Beautiful first touch. The Bandiera is right there on his 6 to win possession back. Monahan Viker just got the head up at the wrong time there, I think.
Just didn't read the pass from Tarek Elrich. It was a wonderfully weighted pass. You could see exactly what he was trying to do. The goal scorer just not on the same page.
Frangi receiving deep, and a lovely release for Katsuta. Brown has to come out, uses the head. Monahan Viker tries to bring it under. It's just not quite clicking for Croatia at the moment. Frangi with the switcher play and the header back from Gaia. Brown was coming in behind him.
See, they had to be on the same page there, didn't they?
Been one of the great cup own goals.
Guy doing very well to take the sting off the ball. And allow his goalkeeper Sam Brown to redirect his run.
Katsuta looking for Monahan Viker in the box. Final touch comes off the Druitt attacker. Will be a goal kick. Good early ball in from Katsuta. Monahan Viker sniffing a chance for his second tonight.
Yeah, and credit to Jordan Lamb. He defended that situation well, because that was wonderful delivery that picked out a fantastic run by Monahan Viker. But Jordan Lamb did not give up his job. He stayed true to his defensive work and did exceptionally well.
Plenty happening across 10 play tonight, match day 1 of the Australia Cup. Of course, one of 4 streams tonight. Broadmeadow Magic taking on Sydney United, as well as the Metro Stars up against Inglewood down in Adelaide. And at AJ Kelly Park in Brisbane, Peninsula Power up against A-League side Wellington Phoenix. So certainly not short of cup action.
Wellington debuting under their new coach, Gianfranco Italiano. Spent some time with Chief at Sydney FC as well. Great to see him getting his opportunity.
Booted clear by Djordjevic. Haven't had a great cup run in recent years. Wellington Phoenix have suffered a few cup sets in the past, so no doubt Big Chief will certainly be hoping his tenure doesn't get underway in similar fashion. Meantime, back here at Popondetta Park, here's Canberra, Croatia, looking to get themselves back in this match, trailing by a goal to nil. Pedaling hard and winning the free kick, Daniel Colbertaldo.
Well, no doubt interim Canberra coach Andy Rakic, stepping in for his boss tonight, will be hoping that Canberra can use this set piece in good fashion, because they've had a few set pieces in decent areas tonight. There's only one that's pulled a save from Dylan Niski. Here's a foul again. No arguments there. Referee Sam Kelly having a very strong first half.
Daniel Sparrow to take the free kick, but he can't get past the wall. He's definitely suffered in that area. The set piece tonight have Canberra, Croatia. Chance could still be on Ahmed Shaibu. Just can't quite find the mark there. As Daniel Subasic found himself in a very advanced position, the centre-back.
Well, I'm going to go easy on my criticism of Daniel Sparrow, because as a central defender, I'm not sure why he's on the set piece. But again, it's a wasted opportunity to get the ball into a dangerous area and allow your attacking players to run at the ball. When you're chasing the game, they're the opportunities you've got to make hay from.
Into the final minute of added time. Could be a late chance as Niski has to come out and clear acrobatically. With Stephen Dominici, who's very slow to get it back up for Canberra, Croatia. Late chance here for the visitors. Djordjevic gets up well. Waraga, first time ball to the edge of the box, but Monahan Viker is there. So a bit of action to end the first 45 here at Popondetta Park in this Australia Cup round of 32 clash. where the home side will go into the break. A goal to the good. That goal coming in the 36th minute by Solomon John Monaghan Vaika. A rasping right foot volley into the top corner. A first half that has seen a lot of action. Half-time here at Popondetta Park. Mount Druitt Town Rangers 1, Canberra, Croatia 0. Join us for the second half in about 15 or so minutes. And at the break, it is the home side with a half a foot into the round of 16. Mount Druitt leading Canberra, Croatia by a goal to 0. Entertaining first half here at Popondetta Park, where it is the home side who go into the sheds. A goal to the good, thanks to Solomon John Monaghan Vaika's brilliant right foot volley. Plenty of chances in that first half, Phil Moss. Canberra, Croatia find themselves a goal down at the break.
Yeah, there were chances at both ends. Probably Canberra's best chances came from set pieces. Whereas this man here on the ball, Jackson Bandiera, was fantastic down the left-hand side. Here's the goal. Not well cleared by the Canberra defence. Straight onto the chest of that man, Monaghan Vaika. And boy, oh boy, did he dispatch it with some aplomb. Look at this for a strike. That is absolutely outstanding.
So on the basis of it, well, Canberra, Croatia have the edge in terms of possession, but it is the home side who've certainly done a lot more in attack. Anthony Frangi central to everything going forward for the home side. And as you mentioned, Phil Moss, Jackson Bandiera, one of the standouts on field for the home side. His delivery from the cross out wide has been nigh on perfect all evening.
Yeah, it certainly has. He's done his defensive job. He's got forward, delivered into good areas. And the other one who's looked dangerous is Anthony Frangi for the home side. Stephen Dominici for Canberra has worked hard in attack. Greco's been busy in midfield. You can see there the stats, 0.28 expected goals in favour of the visitors. But that doesn't really tell the story, because the better chances have gone to the home side in that first half. 7 shots to 4 in Canberra's favour. I think it's really the home side that's had more on target.
scared me. Keep going. There? Yeah. Is that alright? So, Nate. They got this scatter in the way there. Okay, so Nathan's moved back, so but I've got a bit of the scaffolding in the shop.
We could go more game.
deal breaker, okay?
Nuts and coffees.
Hey?
Nuts and coffees.
They get 2,000 donuts a year sponsored. Give them to them. Hey,
I can spare two.
4 each.
You a Krispy Kreme fan?
No.
My daughter runs a bakery in slices. She does cookies. Used to, but not anymore. It's all pretty intense. It's a bit sweet.
Welcome back to Popondetta Park, Australia Cup round of 32, match day 1 between Mount Druitt Town Rangers and Canberra, Croatia. Robbie Feldman and Phil Moss bringing you all the action from Western Sydney tonight, and it is the home side after a very enterprising first 45, Mossy, that got themselves a well-deserved goal through one of the best on field, and Solomon John Monahan-Vaika.
Yeah, absolutely, Robbie. Couldn't agree more. I think Canberra, here's the replay of the goal as well. It's ball swung in by Bandiera, but look at that first touch off the chest to set himself up for that volley, and that was expertly dispatched. There's no doubt about that. But Canberra probably started the brighter of the two sides in the early exchanges. Now, Druitt Town had to fight their way back, claw their way back. They did that well, created chances, got the go-ahead goal. A great second half coming up.
No doubt questions will be asked about what happened in the defence there, but it looks like there has been a change for Mount Druitt. It looks like it's the goal scorer, Solomon John Monahan-Vaika, who has made way for number 12, Will Harvey. It's all set to go here in the second half. Referee Sam Kelly, well, almost gets us back underway. Take 2. So, Mossy, with your coach's hat back on, I'm sure Stuart Montgomery will essentially just be looking for more of the same.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, Robbie. Half-time, I'm sure Stuart Montgomery was saying we need to go for the second.
Bandiera, after some good work down the left-hand side, got a toe in Sam Brown was coming out. Just pokes wide of the goal. He certainly deserved something after what was an outstanding first half, Jackson Bandiera.
Well, you just called it more of the same, and that's exactly what happened in the first half. Bandiera getting involved right from the off there, and he's not far away here. Just couldn't get the outside of his left foot wrapped around that ball to sneak it inside the far post. Very brave, though, to go in against the goalkeeper in that situation. You've got no choice, of course. You've got to put your body on the line.
There's Lukman Ahmed Shaibu. He's certainly lively in that first half. There's one area that Andy Rakic in the dugout for Canberra, Croatia will be a little concerned about. Just not quite that cohesion and attack that they'd be looking for. Got a lot of excitement playing in a front three. Ahmed Shaibu on the left, Dominici playing through the middle, and Tyro, the youngster, Atia Waraga out on the right, although Waraga and Ahmed Shaibu do tend to switch wings every so often. Just really lacking that last pass, that connection and attack.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's been for Canberra. They've actually moved the ball side to side and through the midfield quite well on occasions. There's that execution, that decision-making in that final third.
Another marauding run down the left-hand side, and the shot straight at the keeper. Looking to play at tempo, Croatia. Sparrow swings it out wide for Lamb. Nice touch there from Greco, out wide again. Ahmed Shaibu. Flying attempt, in fact it was Waraga with the cross for Ahmed Shaibu. Was appealing to the referee for a free kick, or a penalty, as it would have been inside the box.
You can only assume too, Robbie, that maybe a couple of those knocks that Monahan Baika copped in that first half before he scored the goal, as he cooled down at half-time, maybe that's the reason he was subbed off at half-time. So it'll be interesting to see how Will Harvey in the number 12 goes. He's slotted straight in to that attacking left-sided wing position.
Katsuda, lovely first-time ball, finds Esposito. Awkward looking cross for the defence to deal with. Katsuda comes through and eventually hoofed clear. Daniel Subasic. Davies battling in the centre circle. And will be the Town who comes away with it. Eventually, Elrich steps up just to settle it down. Bandiera can't keep it from going out.
Just a few little signs of frustration. Stephen Dominici losing out in midfield, throwing his hands in the air. Cup games are generally won by those prepared to really roll their sleeves up, get stuck in, deal with the conditions. I'm sure that's something that Andy Rakic would have spoken to his team about at half-time. To dig deep and find something extra.
Andy Rakic, very much a club stalwart, former Canberra, Croatia player. A very handy professional career himself. Himself playing in Croatia with NK Zagreb, also in Germany for Kickers and Eintracht Trier. Sharola brings it down nicely for Diaz. Davies. Now Djordjevic. Certainly added a lot of starch, Niko Djordjevic. Missed the 6-0 loss to St George in the NPL on the weekend. Now Gaia. Sparrow. Nowhere to go. Gives possession away.
Well, they need a spark here, Canberra, because we just saw Marco Gaia on the ball with no movement ahead of him. He had to turn out. Druitt Town pressed well, won the ball back. Just wonder how long Andy Rakic will wait before he goes to his bench.
Key touch coming in there. Well-timed tackle from Subasic, but the last touch comes off Katsuta for a goal kick. Possession won back by Mount Druitt in good position. Early shot! Oh! Diving effort from Brown. He was concerned. Is that man Anthony Frangi again?
Well, how many opportunities is he going to watch go agonisingly wide? Anthony Frangi, gee, packs some power, packs some punch behind his shots. And you see on the replay, look, he just makes that half a yard from a long way out at an angle and still worries Sam Brown in the Canberra goal.
Gaia. Lovely drop of the shoulder to get around Katsuta. Now Ahmed Shaibu over on the right this time. Low ball in. And a poor touch. Dominici. And a good attack, promising attack, comes to an end.
Once again, for Canberra, they work the ball well into those areas, that final third. It's the final pass, the decision, the execution, letting them down.
Ahmed Shaibu goes for the bicycle kick. And it'll be a goal kick in the end for Mount Druitt. Acrobatic attempt at goal.
Yeah, it would have had to have been a worldie from there.
Well, this is a ground that has seen a worldie this season in the NPL. Anthony Frangi, of course, scoring a bicycle in the goal that Mount Druitt is attacking. So if there is a ground for a spectacular scissor kick, we are at it.
He's got the gunpowder pack tonight. He just needs to get the radar right. He could well be scoring another worldie.
A substitution here for Canberra, Croatia. Will be number 9, Noah van der Pol. Will come on. Replace fellow teenager Atia Waraga. Only managed to see the odd glimpse of what a 16-year-old Waraga could do, but certainly he is a talent for the future. So Croatia with their first change of the night. Noah van der Pol, the number 9. Looks to be a straight swap in attack.
Yeah, as you pointed out, Robbie, we did see some glimpses from Moraga. This will be close.
Right on the edge of the box. Yellow card. Looks like it's been given to Jacob Esposito.
I think this is exceptionally close as we see Van der Pol, his first involvement in the game. Esposito drags him back.
That is very close. Right on the edge of that 18-yard line. It'll be a free kick inside the D.
He was complaining about a collision there, Esposito, but there's nothing but his hand and arm dragging Van der Pol back. Very lucky to escape the free kick, if they do indeed escape. This is a great position for Canberra to finally make hay from a set piece in a dangerous area.
Dominici, Colbertaldo standing over the free kick. Probably the best opportunity of the night for the visitors. Dominici it will be. Has a go! Brilliant save by Niski. Full stretch, both hands to it, pushes it wide.
Oh, wonderful football all round. That is a brilliant strike. Dominici can't believe he hasn't found the back of the net. Look at this for a strike, and look at this for a save. That is absolutely outstanding goalkeeping from Dylan Niski.
Corner taken short. Pressure still on until that cross goes high wide and not very handsome. Outstanding save by Dylan Niski.
Oh, that is brilliant. Honestly, he would have seen that late because of how close it was, how long the wall was. He picked the right way and his reflexes were brilliant. Credit to Dominici. That's a great strike. Not much more he can do.
First major test, certainly of the second half, for the Mount Druitt custodian. Fourth save of the evening.
That's right, and two of them were from that set piece. The double save in the first half, down smartly to his right-hand side. Niski being called upon, which hasn't been very often. He's been outstanding.
Croatia free kick initially nodded down. They still have possession through Sparrow. Dominici. Centre of the park. Just working the angles, looking for some space to get the shot away. Colbertaldo hit it straight at Niski.
Yeah, that was really well worked by Canberra. Some good one-touch interplay through the middle, where it's at its most bobbly, this pitch. They handled it, their technique stood firm.
Well, Katsuda picks the pocket again. Fashions a bit of space on the edge of the box. Chance to get the shot away. And Sam Brown not troubled at all. Disappointing. After a nice little build-up. Acres of space there from the substitute, Harvey.
Yeah, disappointing end, wasn't it? Katsuda had done so well down the right-hand side to find some space for a rare occasion for Katsuda. And he picked his pass well. The defence was all running towards goal. He picked out Harvey on the edge of the box.
Strong challenge from Sparrow on Katsuta to win possession. Van der Poel. Early cross looking for Ahmed Shaibu. Chance edge to the box. And it's in! Canberra, Croatia have levelled it up through Stephen Dominici.
Well, what a brilliant strike with the outside of his foot, Dominici. He's been probing. He's been scheming in and around the Mount Druitt box. On that occasion, he lets fly with a fantastic volley with the outside of his foot. Credit to Van der Poel for the work he did. Some grunt work in the middle. Look at that for a strike with the outside of his foot. Stephen Dominici, what a fantastic strike that is.
The touch from Ahmed Shaibu back. I wondered if there was a deflection because Dylan Niski was absolutely rooted to the spot. But it looks like it was a reasonably clean strike in the end. Stephen Dominici. And we are back on level terms here at Popondetta Park.
Oh, it's game on now, isn't it? There's nothing that Niski could have done about that one. That is down to sheer quality from Dominici. Picked his spot, used his technique, didn't go for huge power. Just knew if he got it on target up and down, a little bit of reverse swerve with the outside of his right foot, it would nestle in the back of the Mount Druitt town net, which it did.
As Mount Druitt looked to bounce back straight into action. Bandiera deep on the left-hand side, back for Harvey in a bit of space, lifts it into the centre, looking for Katsuta. Eventually, Ahmed Shaibu wins a free kick. Does well there. But certainly while all that was happening, a lot of pats on the back went to Daniel Sparrow for winning possession back on halfway. Bit of a 50-50 challenge. Certainly raised a few questions by Druitt players on the strength of that tackle, but referee Kelly waved play on. And a key involvement from Noah van der Poel as well.
Yeah, that's right. We spoke about it only 5 or 10 minutes earlier.
Here is van der Poel again into the action. Second half substitute, battling on the edge of the box. Free kick goes to Mount Druitt.
Yeah, we spoke about the physicality of these cup games and how you've got to roll your sleeves up. You've got to do the grunt work. Sometimes it's the ugly challenges in midfield that can turn a game. And that's exactly what Daniel Sparrow's done for his side. As we see this foul, again, van der Poel causing some problems down the left-hand side for Canberra.
20-year-old electrician Noah van der Poel from Queanbeyan. Right in the thick of things at the start of this second half. Jeezy looks lively, the number 9. 14 games in the NPL this season for 2 goals. Also scored in the prelims against Tigers FC. Certainly injected a lot of energy into this Canberra side in this second half.
Well, credit to Andy Rakic, the coach for Canberra tonight. They certainly needed an injection of something. He brings on Noah van der Poel, and he has certainly made a difference, giving them a renewed energy and belief, impetus going forward. And then they've got the equaliser.
It's booted into row Z by Sparrow. Well, good luck to the ball kid when you get that from the field behind us. Rangers with the throw-in. All the way across for Djordjevic. What have the town got in response? Free kick here. Just get the sense this is a bit of a key period for the home team. Conceded a goal, needed to get a bit more of a firm footing. Andy Montgomery, assistant coach for Mount Druitt, looks to be preparing another substitution. Katara Katsuta to deliver. Goes to the penalty spot, nodded clear by Ahmed Shaibu. And that's eventually moved all the way upfield.
Yeah, it's a point you made well, Robbie, about this period for the home side. Just let this attack unfold.
They took a touch off referee Sam Kelly, so be a drop ball, a chance to make a substitution for the home side. And it will be Abdul Faisal coming on for Jared Masharola. He worked hard in the middle of the park, has holding midfielder, number 6, making his way.
So what happens if it's a draw?
So the 17-year-old Abdul Faisal has had a good season in the NPL, 21 games, just for the 1 goal. Run out a few times in the under-20s comp as well. 11 games for 6 goals. Nice ball into Tarek Elrich, comfortably dealt with in the end. Frangie. Well, he got the head up. Thought he'd have a pop. Why not? Full of confidence.
Yeah, I'm not sure the runners off him were too pleased with Frangie's decision on that occasion, but they would bet against him potting one from there. Looks confident after 10 weeks out. How many minutes he's got in those legs after 10 weeks of no games, time will tell. But you made a good point, Robbie, just around this period for Mount Druitt Town. Given how they're going in the league, when you take the lead in a cup game like this, then you can see the equaliser. It's a real test of the resilience and the mindset of the players.
Offside flag goes up on Stephen Dominici. In fact, it was the number 18, Franco Greco, the Argentine import. And speaking with Mount Druitt captain Tarek Elrich earlier in the week, it was based on the timing of this match. When you consider where they are in the league at the moment. Come back to that as Katsuta gets to the byline, cuts it back. Here's Esposito. And that'll be Mount Druitt throw-in. Just how this game does play out, where if Mount Druitt were in control, whether they'd look to make changes, knowing that there is a game on Tuesday, a key game against Sutherland in the NPL. Big challenge comes in on Katsuta and also in the box, but it'll be a free kick for the first challenge. Marco Gaia on Katara Katsuta. Bit of a battle of differing weight divisions there, and Katsuta certainly felt that one.
Certainly did. I've been very impressed with referee Sam Kelly this evening. He played the advantage again. He's let the game flow as much as he can tonight. And pulled it back when there was no advantage inside the box for Mount Druitt Town.
That was the second one. A clean challenge from Sparrow. Gaia coming through on Katsuta. Be a free kick, almost a corner. Delivered to the near post, nodded clear. Croatia captain Ryan Keir appealing for the free kick and eventually getting it. Stephen Dominici. Just to round out that point earlier. Just given how the game is playing out, and you get the sense this could go a little bit deeper than both teams really would prefer. Started with their strongest possible 11. And knowing what's at stake tonight for the club, a piece of history, if they do get through, might have to go a little bit longer with minutes. Faisal, first major involvement as Gaia goes flying in the background. Faisal wins the free kick for Mount Druitt.
Well, it's a good first action from Faisal, isn't it, off the bench? Injecting a little bit of energy. That's exactly what you want from your subs. Impact. Change the course of the game. Inject yourself as quickly as you can. You see here, trying to hold off two defenders, using his body well.
Free kick for Rangers. Katsuta lifts it into the penalty spot. The flick on. And Dominici will do well to retain possession here, surrounded by yellow jerseys. Bandiera is trying to link up with Anthony Frangi. Eventually scrambled clear, so pressure still on. Throw in for Mount Druitt.
The last thing either coach is going to want tonight is extra time. As you said, Robbie, a hectic schedule in the league.
Bandiera battling with Ahmed Shaibu. All the way back for Niski. Now Elrich. Composure from the captain. An errant pass, and a chance for Croatia to move forward. Here's Keir. Now Gaia. A little bit of space to move into. Van der Poel back for Colbertaldo. Flag up, offside.
The last point we were just talking about, Robbie, with extra time, it does beg the question whether the cup needs extra time, or whether we should be going direct to penalties to settle the score if it is a draw at full time after 90 minutes plus injury time. because these NPL clubs don't really need extra time at this stage of the season. The A-League clubs certainly don't need it. Their players aren't conditioned to handle 120 minutes plus penalties this early in pre-season. And I think it brings a new level of excitement for the fans as well if you go straight to a penalty shootout.
And certainly, just to add on that point, given the semi-pro nature of the NPL sides, a lot of these players have to work during the week. You know, sometimes it's only the two-day-a-week training sessions. And just given where the seasons are for both sides, especially Mount Druitt, as you say, just those extra minutes. Do you have to ask the question whether it is needed at this point in the Cup? But it just adds to the excitement.
Well, that's a question, does it? Extra time, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but player welfare and the product that we're putting on.
And this one's kept in play, battling hard. Scrambled clear once again by Croatia. And the ball across the line, so a goal kick.
Just to put that argument to bed, it is used in the League Cup in England. I'm reliably informed. And in fact, I've seen it myself. And I do think it adds to the product, going straight from normal time plus injuries to penalty shootout.
So reliably informed by yourself.
I was reminded by a very reliable source that I had seen it.
Just lacking a little bit of composure in their defensive end. Canberra, Croatia. Ball needlessly given away and presenting a chance for Mount Druitt. Pressure still on. Bandiera did well. Cross to the back post for Katsuta. Guy was in the way, but that was on target.
Well, Daniel Sparrow with some great defensive work in that first phase. The second phase found its way all the way to Katsuta at the far post. His technique didn't let him down. It was just good defending, getting in the way of the shot. The volley certainly had some sting to it.
Faisal looking for the scraps on the edge of the box. Frangi swings it out wide nicely for Jacob Esposito. First time ball back for Katsuta. Goes onto the left boot, looks it to the back post. Flicked on by a defender. Harvey. Swings it into the near post, and Sparrow is there again. 50-50 ball, and looks like the free kick has been given. But Daniel Sparrow has really thrown his body about in this match.
That is fantastic defending from Sparrow. He had to be so brave. He had to read it perfectly, position himself perfectly. He did all of the above.
Looks like Anthony Frangi needs a player slow to get up.
Here's that replay. Look at that. Sparrow just putting his body on the line, getting between the attacker, his goalkeeper. His eyes on nothing but the ball.
Straight back into the action was Anthony Frangi. Here's Katara Katsuta. Comes wide for Esposito. Lovely play, working the angles. Esposito to the back post, and it's knotted in! And if there is a player who has deserved a goal tonight, he spent a lot of time on the sidelines, it is Anthony Frangi. It goes over to the fans to celebrate. Mount Druitt are back in front, 2-1.
What a wonderfully worked goal by the home side. Give credit to Katsuta. Give credit to Esposito. Their interchange down the right-hand side created it. And that man, Frangi, he finished it. Look at that from Esposito. Just hanging it up to the back post. Perfectly timed run by Frangi. All he had to do was get good connection on it. Look at that. The 1-2 down the right-hand side. Esposito, outstanding delivery. for his key marksman to put his head through it. This is a great angle here. Look at that, just hanging the ball up to the back post. Frenzy making a perfect run and making absolutely no mistake for the goal. His performance tonight is so richly deserved.
One-touch play. Katsuta, Diaz, Esposito, Frenzy for the finish. Beautifully constructed by Mount Druitt. And again, it's left a lot for Canberra, Croatia to work on. They take the lead for the second time tonight, do the Town. So what have Croatia got in response? And it is the Rangers who look to turn the pressure back up to 11 once more. Esposito again. Low cross to the edge of the box, but Keir is there for the visitors. There's a player down in the foreground for Canberra, Croatia. So the referee is now spotted. That might be Daniel Sparrow, perhaps. Yeah, centre back. Looked to have collided with his own player, I think it was, but certainly found themselves in the wars, much like Solomon John Monaghan Vaika in the first half seemed to be on the end of every challenge. This time round in the second half, it's Dan Sparrow.
That's right. Well, they're both players who put their body on the line. But you're right, it was a coming together of two red shirts that left Sparrow on the ground. There's a pun there, but I'm not going to go there. I
was just about to say grounded Sparrow or something. We're better than that, Mossy.
We are. Back to the football. Here's the foul again. Well, it wasn't a foul, it was a collision between two red shirts. Screen and screen. Hopefully Sparrow is back on his feet, moving a little bit gingerly.
As they're challenging Faisal for possession. Katsuta comes away with it. Diaz combining beautifully once again. It's those three players. Late challenge sliding in from Cole Bataldo. He's certainly thrown a few of those tough challenges out tonight. Has the number 3 for Croatia. And this time gets himself into referee Sam Kelly's book.
Well, he can argue all he likes. At the end of the day, there is no doubt in my mind that that is a foul and a yellow card. You can say there was no contact, but the intent was to take the player out. And that's exactly what happened.
In the last 10 or 15 minutes, this right-hand side for Mount Druitt has caused a lot of problems. Katsuta has been at the heart of it. Jacob Esposito has really come into his own in this second half. Daniel Diaz exerting more influence as well. Here is Katsuta. Dead ball specialist for the home side. Plenty to aim for in the box. It's a high ball to the back post. And in result being a goal kick.
He's tried to give it plenty of height there. Katsuta to the back post, give his big men at the back post a chance to run at it. And it's evaded everyone. But you're right, this right-hand side in the second half for Mount Druitt Town has created the same sort of problems that their left-hand side created in the first half. Esposito deserves a lot of the credit as well. His energy's been fantastic.
Nice work by Harvey to find Faisal. The two substitutes combining. Katsuta drifting out to the right. Faisal again, edge of the box. Bundled over. The free kick goes the way of Canberra, Croatia. And a yellow card for Abdel Faisal.
Well, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that. He's clearly penalised Faisal and given him a yellow card for simulation. I can't think of anything else outside the box. You see the replay. Faisal does get a little bit of a nudge there by Daniel Sparrow.
Could it possibly be for dissent as well? I mean, it was very quick. Appeal to the referee. We'll come back to that. The shot from Frangi! Anthony Frangi! Make it a double, please! With 10 minutes remaining here at Popondetta Park, that could just about be good night for Canberra, Croatia. And it is the home side who open up a 2-goal lead now, 3-1.
Well, once again, the creation is down this right-hand side. The creator supreme, Katara Katsuta, with the delivery into that man there, Anthony Frangier. He is the executioner. That's a delightful first touch. Used his body so well. Brings it down his left foot. Second touch is a venomous right foot volley. Outstanding goal, an outstanding performance from Anthony Frangier tonight.
Beautiful first touch to set himself up with the second. 2 goals tonight for the returning Anthony Frangier. And Canberra, Croatia really now have to throw caution to the wind here.
Well, we said in the first half, Anthony Frangier's been huffing and puffing. Second half, he's blown the house down. We can thank this right-hand side of his team because they have created a couple of brilliant chances for him.
Really seeing the class of Katara Katsuta in this second half. Has been one of the best on ground for the home side tonight. And they could be in for another one. But the referee has awarded a free kick in favour of Canberra, Croatia. As the home side now look to make a couple of changes. Now that they've opened up that 2-goal lead, a chance for Stuart Montgomery to rest a couple of key players with an eye on Tuesday's match against Sutherland. Looks like coming on, Cooper Koskari, as well as Anthony Gallo. Players to make way, Daniel Diaz and Niko Djordjevic. So some senior players getting a bit of a rest after what's been a solid shift from both players. Meantime, here comes Croatia. Dominici to Van der Poel. Back for Dominici. Ball lifted into the edge of the box. Elrich is there and wins the free kick from our Druitt.
Good defending from Tarek Elrich, using his experience again, putting himself in the right position at the right time. He might have to get the 3 points man of the match, not putting his hand up to be substituted, Robbie. Looks like he'll play out the 90 minutes. The wily veteran.
And that's what you want from your captain, absolutely.
Are we allowed to call him a veteran then? I think we are.
I think so. So 7 minutes plus change remaining. Free kick awarded to Canberra, Croatia, pushing the back as the referee was motioning. Time fast running out for the visitors. Have they got anything in response?
Oh, that's a fantastic contest in the middle of the park. 2 players putting their body on the line, exactly what you want to see in cup football.
Here's Gaia. The game just starting to open up a little bit more now. Good hustle from Katsuta, but only went as far as Dominici. Lovely touch from Ahmed Shaibu. And Davies is there. And yep, Dominici just left the boot in a little bit too long. Caught Henry Davies and concede the foul.
It was good work by Henry Davies. He had to be tight in possession in a dangerous area. He lost it. He drew the foul instead just to take the pressure off.
2 subs coming on for Canberra, Croatia. Also a substitution for the home side. Andy Rakic throwing on as many weapons as he can. Davies. And Gallo swatted straight into the midfield. Coming on for Diaz. Bandiera. Cross to the back post. Faisal on the end of it. Oh, and that could be a decent penalty shout. Unheeded by the referee. Nodded back to Sam Brown comfortably. Here's Cooper Koskari. Davies again. Esposito. Heads in field. Now Katsuta. Spots the runner Faisal. He's stayed onside. Got to the byline. Deep cross to the back post. Initially brought under control by Bandiera, but heavy touch sees it go out for a goal kick.
An unfortunate ending for Mount Druitt Town there. Faisal getting himself into a good area. Once again, Katsuta down this right-hand side, inch perfect pass to put Faisal away, but he just couldn't execute the delivery.
What have the visitors got in their kit bag? Cross looking for Ahmed Shaibu, brings it under control. We're then gone right underneath the volley. I think he had a little bit more time than he realised. And the shot goes over the crossbar. What a chance that was for Canberra, Croatia.
Huge, huge chance. G used his body well to fashion the space. The big man, Koskari, and I think it was Esposito, got in each other's way. And he certainly had more time to bring that down. He could have had another touch, in fact. He'll be very disappointed. Had they gone back to 3-2, a couple of minutes plus injury time to go, that would have made for a very interesting last 5 or 6 minutes. Should Mount Druitt Town see this result out, Robbie, as we spoke about pre-game, could be a fantastic distraction from the league and a great confidence booster as well.
And with key players coming back, tonight may have come just at the right time as Canberra, Croatia fashion a chance through one of their substitutes, Pretazina. Pressure still on. Dominici. One-on-one with Davies. Heads to the byline. Player goes down. Corner rewarded. We were right behind that. I think that was a very good pen shout.
Gee whiz, fine margins. Like to see the replay on that one.
If there was any kind of touch on the ball there, it was a very faint one. Not wasting any time here, Croatia. The corner comes in and it's cleared away.
Well, that's good defending. You got to give Esposito credit where it's due.
Chance still on for Croatia. Down to the byline, across to the near post. Tarek Elrich is there. They look to break on the counter. Do the Rangers. Faisal, he's got plenty of gas. Sparrow. Again, defending brilliantly. Katsuta. De Silva. Across the face of goal to the edge of the box for Bandiera. Just wide. He's one who's deserved the goal as well, Jackson Bandiera.
Hasn't he what? This performance would just be a cherry on top with a goal to Bandiera's name. But once again, this right-hand side for Mount Druitt Town is causing all sorts of issues.
Paris Bangueni. Dominici. Lovely laces out pass. Into injury time now. Dominici lifting it into the edge of the box. Bandiera is there. He's able to find an outlet as well. Kier. Dominici. Van der Poel. Every player in a gold shirt defending for their lives here. Van der Poel again. He'll get a second crack at it. Zelrich comes across. Frustration from the youngster there. Might want the jersey of Tarek Elrich.
Well, he was trying to take the captain's armband off him. Tarek Elrich again, just so smart, so experienced, using his body well. It's been a calming influence, as you'd expect from your leader, experienced player. He's just kept things simple at the back. Run the ball into midfield a couple of times, which has caused problems for Canberra. A good captain's knock.
Van der Poel. Just can't find a red shirt. And that's been given away needlessly. Chance possibly here. Ahmed Shaibu finds Pratizina. He'll keep this one in play. Cross to the back post, looking for Van der Poel. Not sure of how many minutes of injury time there are. Second half has flowed reasonably nicely, so there shouldn't be too many more minutes.
Really, it's given everything we could ask for from a cup game. It's been a physical battle. It's been an arm wrestle in midfield. There's been chances at both ends, goals. In the end, what a commanding performance from the home team.
Ahmed Shaibu got around his man Davies, and Dylan Niski, when called upon, makes another great save. And the ball's stayed in the field of play until now. Throw in for Mount Druitt. Another key save from the custodian.
Yeah, fantastic save. Ahmed Shaibu once again causing problems with his speed, pace and power.
Well, we only needed 3 minutes of added time in the end. But history for the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. For the first time in 3 attempts, they have made it past the round of 32. Now face an opponent in the round of 16. Canberra, Croatia battled valiantly, but their cup run comes to an end. Fantastic night here at Popondetta Park, with goals to Solomon, Monahan, Viker in the 36th minute. Stephen Dominici levelled it just on the hour mark for Canberra, Croatia. But in the second half, it was the Anthony Frangi show with 2 goals in the 75th and 81st minute for a full-time score of Mount Druitt Town Rangers 3, Canberra, Croatia 1. And Phil Moss can quickly sum up tonight. Well-deserved result in the end for the town.
Yeah, it was. I thought, and this could be a turning point for them in their season as well in the league, because I thought it was a commanding performance. They had to fight, scratch and get themselves back into the game early in that first 10-15 minutes, but after that I thought they dominated and fully deserved this result. Congratulations to Stuart Montgomery, Tarek Elrich, all the players and supporters and volunteers here at Mount Druitt Town. A history-making night and well deserved.
Handshakes all around. A game that was played in great spirits. As we take a look at the goals again, and Jackson Bandiera, his delivery was absolutely on point, but what about this for a finish from Monahan Viker?
Well, that's one of the best goals as far as a strike goes that we've seen in the Australia Cup. From inside the box, the technique behind that is absolutely outstanding, and the power that he gets to keep it down giving the goalkeeper, Sam Brown, absolutely no chance. And there's a great strike too from Dominici. Outside of the foot, technically brilliant. And then we see this right-hand side from Mount Druitt Town. There are all sorts of problems. And that man there, Anthony Frangi, he was not to be denied in what was an overall fantastic performance from him tonight. 2 goals, fully deserved. Here's the second one. Great first touch with his left foot, bringing it down for a right foot volley. And it is an absolutely fantastic individual performance in what was a very, very good team performance.
So 1-0 it was at half-time. At the end of the 93 minutes that we had in the end, full-time score of 3-1 as we take a look at the match stats. And in the end, again, it was Canberra, Croatia who shaded the possession, but similar story to at the end of the first half. It was what Mount Druitt did with possession that ultimately got them the win in the end.
Yeah, that's right. It's always interesting to see the shots, but really it's the shots on target and the shots that go in the back of the net that count most, as we all know. But in the end, a very good contest. It's not that Canberra were completely outplayed and weren't part of the contest tonight. They absolutely were. But in the end, the home side just had too much momentum, took their chances really well, and created history on home soil.
Well, that about wraps things up here from Popondetta Park, but the cup action still continues tonight. Head back to the main channel. Broadmeadow against Sydney United. There was a bit of a lengthy delay there as we see Mount Druitt celebrating their result tonight. History for the club, the first time that they've made it past the round of 32. But switch over to that main channel, watch Broadmeadow up against Sydney United. There was a lengthy delay, as I mentioned, so they are a little bit behind. They're only in the 71st, 72nd minute at the moment. That game's still well in the balance. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's coverage. On behalf of the 10 Play crew, I'm Robbie Feldman. Phil Moss, thank you very much for your company tonight.
Absolute pleasure to be here, Robbie. Great game, great performance, and we love the Australia Cup.
How good is the Cup? Cup magic is alive and well. It is Mount Druitt advancing to the next round of the Australia Cup 2023.